I am Adriana Suyama. I'm a mom of 4 and I homeschool my kids. I work part-time with seniors and I've written a children's book. I've always wanted to write a children's book ever since I started working with kids, with preschoolers with special needs. And we used to make up stories to help them get through their day. When I had my own kids, we got into telling stories to them, and we just started coming up with all kinds of fun stories. So I decided I want to do that, and I want to make it a book and do it now instead of just dream about it. It took me about 10 years to get this completed. From the time that I came up with the story until I actually had the book in my hands, the total time was about 10 years. It took so long because I just let life get in the way. I raised my kids and I was homeschooling them and working, and I just wasn't sure I could do it. And then one day I talked to my sister, I told her about the idea, and she said, stop talking about it and just do it. I don't think there's anybody out there who's achieved what they wanted or reached their goals without the help of other people. I think that I've realized where my strengths are and where my weaknesses are. And so to have people in my life and on my team rooting for me and working for me to make my dreams happen has been a big deal in getting it actually done, because I know what I can do and what I can bring to the table, and I've brought people alongside me who can help with the rest. My book is about a girl who's beautiful, but she's mean and vain, and she doesn't like to play with people who are different from her. And one day she falls and has an accident. She gets covered in mud and it won't come off. And so she is trying really hard to get it off, and her grandma, who is wise, says that it won't come off until she changes her heart. It's reflecting what's inside. So she discovered that not only does helping others help them, it also changes her from the inside. And so as she changes, the mud comes off of her, and she realizes that she is happier. And now she knows what it's really like to be beautiful inside and out. My favorite part is this page. This is when she's trying to get all the mud and the muck off of her. And her mom is there with her trying, and they just can't do it no matter what they try. I love all the faces she makes and all the emotions she's going through trying to fix this problem that won't go away. I think that's my favorite page. That page mirrors our life, because whenever we have hard times going on or problems, it's often hard for us to face them and acknowledge what's really going on. And so we try lots of things to get rid of it, distract ourselves, and instead we should pay attention to why we're actually having that problem. But we go through all that emotional trauma along the way. The most fun part of this project was working with Janelle, the illustrator. She just brought all my imaginings to life, and it was fun to get to collaborate and see her ideas and work together and have my own input alongside her, because you don't always get to do that. But she was amazing to work with, and that was really a treasure to have. The most difficult part of writing the book was getting from the middle to the end. It was really easy to come up with the beginning and get through some of that exciting stuff, and then to round it off and be like, how am I gonna finish this wonderfully? That was really tough. And then to edit it down, because when I first wrote it, it was very, very long. So I had to do many edits. And then I think it was really hard to put myself out there enough to give it to people and say, what do you think of this? And can you edit it for me and give me your honest opinion? That was really scary. I really think that by showing the story to other people is when I realized it was happening. Because when you keep it to yourself, you can back out anytime, but when you start to give it to people, then you're committed. Then they know it's happening. In my life, I have started and stopped many projects, and that's sort of like my MO. I always have big ideas and I hardly ever see them through. So to open the box and see the finished product and that I actually accomplished what I set out to do, it was unbelievable. It was amazing. To be able to open the boxes with the kids and to have them see that mom set out and had a goal and accomplished it. Not only was that exciting for me, but it was exciting for them because it's something that they hadn't imagined their mom doing, and they have such entrepreneur hearts. So it was such a good example for them to say, I can do that too. And now they've come up with all kinds of ideas that they're going to do. I am so grateful that I've had so much support from my family. My husband, my kids, my mom, my dad, my brother and sister, my cousins and my sister-in-law have all been on board, and it's been fun to have them to bounce ideas off of. Every new thing that happened, I would message them, and it just makes the process feel positive and feel energizing, and to know that your family's on your side is really wonderful because you feel like you can get it done. There's nothing stopping you. Everybody's rooting you on and cheering you on. To anyone who's thinking about a big dream they have, I just say go for it, because there's nothing really stopping you. There's things that you can tell yourself that would stop you or that you think would get in the way. But like they say, where there's a will, there's a way. And really, if you've got a team, if you've got your family, whatever it is that you've got on your side, make it work for you and you can do it. When I was a teenager, my mom said, what do you want to do with your life? And I said, something extraordinary. I don't know what that is, but something extraordinary. And along the way, I've had to do things that I've just had to do in order to earn a living. And I know a lot of people are there, but to have my dream come true, to get this book done, it brings such purpose and joy to your life. It gives you that sense of fulfillment that you did something that you wanted to do just because you wanted to do it. And to be able to provide for your family and support your family that way there's nothing else like it. We have so many exciting projects on the horizon. We're going to sort of live out the message of this book by encouraging kids to read. So we have a mobile library coming where we will gift children a book and encourage literacy, encourage reading, especially reading challenges, and spread kindness around wherever we can. We're working on getting this book in your neighborhood and in every state in the United States. And there are some other things coming that may be a song, maybe a cartoon. We'll see. Floating around, you think you'd have the whole world at your feet, or your fin or tail, practically anything you need. But beautiful on the outside will only take you so far. It will leave you feeling empty and alone with nothing more. When you have beauty within, change your heart and you will start to have beauty within. Doesn't matter who you are, you have beauty within. Doesn't matter who you are, beauty within.
So good.
Jolie and the Change of Heart is available on my website, adrianasuyama.com, and everywhere on amazon.com.